You're quite possibly going to think that I have gone mad and gone to pink La La Land, and that's probably true, but to be honest, that probably happened a long time ago, hence why we find ourselves here. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I have a shopping challenge video today. I started this series last year or maybe even the year before, and it's where I try and find Freddy approved items or outfits from, let's just say, places that wouldn't be my usual go-to place to shop. So in the past I've done charity shops, supermarkets, granny shops, places that I wouldn't really normally go to for clothes. And today, as you've guessed by the title, is TKMAXX, which in the US, yes, is TJ Maxx. It's the exact same thing. In the UK, we call it TKMAXX. And for those of you that don't know TKMAXX, it's basically the dustbin of retail. It's where lonely items that couldn't sell go, hopefully not to die, but to hopefully get bought at a cheaper and more appealing price. So it's basically like a kind of low rent outlet store where things maybe go that didn't sell, that went out of season, or some of them maybe like slightly faulty in some way, but still for the most part sellable. I just want to point out, because I know lots of people take my humour very seriously indeed. I know I've been a little bit harsh about TKMAXX, but I do just want to say that there is a place in my heart for TKMAXX, especially for the homeware section. I don't think America has this, but in the UK, TKMAXX has like a sister company called HomeSense, and it is the most magical place in the world. I actually find it a genuine struggle going into HomeSense and not walking out with something. But I have to be honest, the clothing section of TKMAXX is far from my go-to for several reasons. First of all, I don't really like the in-store experience. It's all very like muddled. It's like a jumble sale. There's just like tons of stuff on rails and you really have to rummage, and I just don't really have the patience. And when I have looked, I've never really found anything that I thought was really nice or something that I would actually want. But today I wanted to set myself the challenge, so I went and visited all the 3 big TKMAXXs in London: Covent Garden, Tottenham Court Road, and Oxford Street, which is a new one. And let's just say I was pleasantly surprised by some of the things I found. So let's get going. I can't wait to show you. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, and turn post notifications on. So the first TKMAXX I went to was the Covent Garden one, and when I went in, at the front they had like a whole section that was their gold label section, and I was like, okay, what's the gold label? I've never heard of this before. It's clearly been a while since I went in, and the gold label is basically their more like premium designer pieces, which I was obviously very intrigued by. And one of the things I picked up was this really cute little pink cropped roll neck. It's a really lovely fine knit, and it is Emilio Pucci, which is a very like on trend like it brand right now. So I was quite surprised to see it in TKMAXX. I really like the little Pucci logo at the back. It's really cute. It had a really nice fit. It was $79.99. So it was £80, which I was a bit like alarmed by, but then I was even more alarmed when I saw the before price, the RRP price, which was £415. This was £415. No wonder it didn't sell. I love a knitted roll neck. I especially love a pink knitted roll neck. I love a nice quality pink knitted roll neck, and if you're going to sell it to anyone, you're going to sell it to me. But £400, I actually have no words. So that made £80 kind of look not so bad, although I'm still not even sure that I want to pay £80 for this. I mean, it's very cute, but I may end up returning it because I'm not sure that it's worth it. The next thing I got from Covent Garden at a much cheaper price of £12.99 was this cool top. And I just thought it was really nice and cool and simple. It's a nice little like high neck white top, and it has these cool like sheer balloon organza sleeves. It kind of reminds me of like the Victor and Rolf pieces, and I just thought for £12.99, why not? You could tuck this in to a nice skirt or wear it with jeans. You could dress this up, dress it down, and I just thought it was really cool. And I've just noticed there is a lipstick mark on it, but that could have been me actually. The next thing I got was this lovely skirt. It's very spring summery. I'm so bored of winter at this point. I just wanted like a bit of colour and a bit of fun. So this is by a brand called Samso, or maybe it's just Samso. I really liked the shape. It's very swishy and flowy. I love the pleats, as you know, and I really liked the colours. It has white, baby pink, a kind of like burgundy-ish red and a baby blue, and I just thought all the colours looked so pretty together and unusual, and that would look so cute in summer with like a little white cami top and some little white ankle strap heels. And this was £20, which I thought, yeah, that's a reasonable price for this skirt. Definitely willing to pay £20 for it. It says that it was originally £120, which again, like £120, I like spending money on clothes, okay? I am happy to drop money on nice clothes. This is not worth £120 to me, although it is very beautiful. I've just realised that I did actually get the majority of my haul from Covent Garden. It kind of turned out to be the best store. The next thing I got was these cute little shoes. They are Miss KG, which is Kurt Geiger, and you guys know I don't really wear ballet flats anymore. I mean, I used to live in ballet flats. They were like my signature. I don't really wear them anymore because I always opt for a heel. I don't really like wearing flats, and I usually just think they look a little bit basic, to be honest, but I just thought these were really actually cute, and the way they fit on the foot, they're very narrow and they just make your feet look really dainty and feminine. And I really loved the black patent cap on the toe and the little bow. I thought it looked very Chanel. They're a really lovely classic like pinky nudie beige, and I just thought they were really nice, like a really lovely staple, and these were £16.99, not a massive reduction because they were only £30 to begin with, so just about like over half price or under half price. I'm trying to show you without falling over. Okay, wow, this is definitely the most awkward I've ever looked on my channel, but how cute are they? Do you see what I mean about making the foot look pretty? Like, they're nice ballet flats, and I just thought, you know, for £17, I'll take them. Okay, so the next thing I got is a bit of a lull because my obsession with fleeces like probably really needs to stop, but it's just not, it's relentless. So I picked up this cool fleece. I just thought it was really nice. It was in the sportswear section, which I didn't really look in because I just couldn't really be bothered, but this just like caught my eye because obviously like subconsciously I'm always scanning the room for fleece or anything soft and cozy. And I just thought it was really nice because it doesn't just look like a slobby, like throw on fleecy jacket. The kind of style and shape and design of it is kind of like a bomber jacket, and it has these really nice like matte gold zips. It has a nice hood, the sleeves come in, and I just thought the actual design of it was so much nicer than like the typical fleece jacket that you can buy, and I just really liked it, okay? And this is from a brand called Marika, and this was £25. I think it's very much worth £25. It doesn't have a before price, which makes me think, is this one of like their secret brands that isn't actually a brand that they just sell in the store? I've always like wondered that, but even so, I'm fine with that because I really like it. I think it's really cute. I'm really happy with it. And then the last thing that I got from Covent Garden, I spotted just as I was on my way out, actually, I had to go back to the till, was this bag. Isn't that just beautiful and amazing? This is like a girly girl boss bag. Do you know what I mean? It's very like professional looking, but it's just the cutest colour in the world. It's by a brand called Heroine, not like the drug, like the female hero. It's the most beautiful colour. It's obviously leather, and it has these really gorgeous like blush suede sides, which is gorgeous, and really lovely like shiny gold hardware with a top handle and a really cool shoulder strap. And inside it's just like the coolest like work bag. It really does strike me as a work bag. When you open it up, you have first of all this little insert here, which I feel like is good for business cards. Like you could put your business cards in there, and then inside you have all of these sections, and you could fit a laptop in here, all sorts of like papers and stuff. There's a little zippy section there as well, and all these cool little pockets which is really, really handy. And I just thought it was such an amazing bag. It's striking, but it's also simple and chic. It feels like really nice quality. So this was £123, which is expensive. It also has a red label on it, which means that there is something, like there is a defect in it. And I did have a good thorough look at it, and the only thing I can really see that I think is wrong with it is this flap section is a little bit discoloured. It's like a little bit yellowy. If you can see, like compare it to that, I'm sure it's supposed to be the same as that, and it is a little bit discoloured. But to be honest, as the original price was £505, I think to get it for £123, you wouldn't really mind a little bit of discoloration on the inside flap that no one is ever going to see. So I was very, very impressed and excited with this find. I just think it's such an amazing bag. Like, I've never really come across a bag like this. So that was everything from the Covent Garden store. Then we walked up Charing Cross Road to the Oneness Tottenham Court Road station, and I didn't find a lot in this shop. It was a little bit smaller, and I felt like some of the stuff was the same, but I just didn't really find that much that I liked. I tried on a load of stuff actually. I picked up like 10 things to try on, and I just felt like everything was a disaster. Nothing was nice, like nothing looked good, and I ended up walking out of the shop with only one purchase, well actually two, but one clothing item, which was the pink version of the white top that I bought in the Covent Garden store, and they didn't actually have it in pink, and I thought the pink was really, really pretty. It's really dusty and muted and really pretty, and it almost shows off the sleeves even more because the light just like bounces off those sleeves, and I just think it looks really, really pretty. And again, this was only £12.99, and then just as I was leaving the shop, I realised I hadn't looked at the shoes, so I thought I'll just have a quick look at the shoes. Had a quick look, and then there was just like one pair of shoes sitting there on the shelf, like a glowing beacon of pink fabulousness, and you're quite possibly going to think that I have gone mad and gone to pink La La Land, and that's probably true, but to be honest, that probably happened a long time ago, hence why we find ourselves here. These are the shoes. They are absolutely mad. If you saw these on a shelf, you would go and inspect them. You couldn't not. So I go and inspect them, and I'm just like, oh my god, they are mad, but they are fabulous. They're basically made of plastic, but they just have the most beautiful design. Just the shape of them and the heel and these beautiful like pink diamantes and flowers and swirliness. And then when I look closely inside the shoe, I see they are Dolce & Gabbana. And then I thought, well, I have to get them. Well, I just have to. They are very, very small. They are a little bit too small for me. They're a 5. I'm a 5.5, and usually 5 will be fine, but obviously in designer everything comes up a little bit smaller, and I can just about get these on, in which case I don't know if I am going to keep them, but I thought I have to get these to show you guys because I just know you will love them just as much as I do. And if anything, they'd be a really great like ornament. And I know people laugh at me like, why would you buy shoes that you're not going to wear as an ornament? But I mean, people buy ornaments, people buy art, and I just happen to think that shoes are art. So the shoes were £80, which it depends on how you look at it. For a plastic ornament, okay, not great, but for a pair of truly unique and remarkable and wild Dolce & Gabbana shoes that were probably about, God, £800–900, maybe more. I've never actually bought any Dolce & Gabbana shoes before, but they would have been very, very expensive. I have no idea like what even decade these are from. They look like practically 90s. It's practically vintage art, and £80 for vintage art, I mean, it's a steal. Grown-ups are allowed toys too. Not those kind of toys. I mean, how can you argue with that? So my next and final stop was the fairly new TK Maxx on the very top of Oxford Street, which is like prime location, and it was so busy. Everyone on Oxford Street had a TK Maxx bag. Well, not everyone, but I noticed so many people had been shopping there, and I just got two things. The first was this really, really adorable little dress, which was just from Zara to begin with, but it was in TK Maxx for £10, and it's just a really beautiful dress. I mean, I don't ever remember seeing this in Zara, and I like rinse Zara for the last like 3 or 4 years, so I don't think it's, you know, it must be quite old, but it was just so cute. It's a really lovely like stretchy knit fabric. It has this really beautiful crochet detail and this really pretty little like fluty fluty hem, and I just really liked it. It's sleeveless, and it's just like a really nice simple dress. I tried it on and it just fit really nicely, and although it was just from Zara, it wasn't anything special. I just thought it was really pretty and just my kind of dress, just the kind of thing that I like to wear in summer. So I was very happy with that purchase. And then the final item, I kind of saved the best till last. I was just really shocked to find it. In the Oxford Street store, they had a huge gold label section. Practically half the women's floor, or maybe like a third of the women's floor, was gold label, and they had so many things. They had the two most beautiful Valentino dresses, like actual Valentino, not red Valentino, they had that too. And I spotted this item, it caught my eye, and I was like, no way, that is definitely not what I think it is. It can't be, but it was. It's this beautiful pearly pink Moncler jacket. Now, I did not think that I would ever see Moncler as a brand in TK Maxx. I mean, it's really popular, it's really expensive, and I just never thought that I would see it in TK Maxx, especially in such a beautiful colour and such like a classic style. And these were kind of on my mind because I'd been eyeing them up, like in Courchevel, they were in like every shop, and I kept on seeing this beautiful colour, just thinking, oh my god, I love it so much, but they're too expensive. And this one has like a little bit of a flared sleeve, which is why maybe it was in TK Maxx, because it's not like the perfectly classic style, which is just like a straight sleeve. This has a little bit of a flare, and then a little like toggle to tighten it, but I actually think it makes it even nicer because it kind of makes it a little bit more feminine and just gives it a little bit more style than just like a puffer jacket. There's the little Moncler logo, and I was just so happy and excited to find this. I couldn't even believe I found it, and she even gave me the hanger to go with it. So even more exciting than finding it was seeing how much it was. So these I knew were like nearly £600. I knew because JJ bought his, and I was like, whoa, that's so expensive. So this jacket, bearing in mind it's not defected or faulty in any way, was £250, which sounds like a lot, but when you put it into perspective, the retail price is £560. So this was actually even cheaper than half price. And then I just thought, that's just not something you can pass up, because I would not realistically be willing to pay at the moment the full price of this jacket. The fact that I could get it for less than half in my perfect colour, in my size, was just like too good to be true. So I did get it. I'm very excited. I'm excited because it's not going to take up any room in my wardrobe. And I just thought, blimey, I got that in TK Maxx. No one would believe me if I told them, which I don't plan on doing. So to sum up my TK Maxx experience, I would say that it was enjoyable. It was like a treasure hunt. It was kind of similar to the feeling that I get when I go to HomeSense, and there's just so much stuff to like look through and you find like your treasures. That's kind of like their whole motto, I think, their whole like tagline. So it did kind of feel like that, although it might not be like my go-to place for like my general shopping. I think if I have time and I feel like it, I feel like having a stroll, having a day out, having a little rummage through, I definitely wouldn't turn my nose up, because I know that you can find some really amazing things in TK Maxx if you keep your eyes open and you're determined to look through everything. So maybe next time I pop in to look at the homewares, I may have a quick little gander at the clothes too. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye!